Hey everyone, today I'm gonna show you how to extract the full name, which are having three names in one column. I'm gonna extract them into three columns, which is I'm gonna extract the first name, the middle name, and the last name. Okay. Hmm. What's rational behind this extracting the three names of individuals, which is the full name, and extracting them separately into first name, middle name, last name, which is I'm going to explain later in our program. But first, I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna do the extraction and how I'm gonna do the separation of the first name. For example, this names John. I'm gonna put it here in the first column, first name. Then the Williams would be here in the middle name, which is Williams, and the last name is Brown in this column. So the rationale of doing this, I'm gonna explain later, but this is how you're going to do it manually. If you're going to do it manually, you're gonna type them individually. John, for example, Williams, right? And the last one would be Brown. The problem is they got different names, so I cannot copy it down. Okay, individually, different names. And if the person maintaining this master list, this master list could be master list of individual in the HR, human resource employees, or it could be a database of customers, by the sales department. This could be a database of individuals in some government agencies or government departments. So we have to do something that will make our life easier or will make our job quicker, a lot quicker. So how are we going to do that? We're going to utilize this function, these three functions, which is left, mid, and right. Left is like, we'll be using it in a first name function, okay? And the mid will be utilized in the middle name column and will be utilized the mid function. And for the last name, we're going to be utilizing the right. So what is left function? The left function extracts a specific number of characters from the start of a string, text string. So, okay, let me try it. Okay, let's say here in row number 9, Ernie Lewis James. I'm gonna use the left, mid, and the right function. So how am I gonna do that? I'm gonna put the left, all right, something like that. I'm gonna make it uppercase. So it's gonna be left, then A9, which is the column A, from column A full name, and row 9, okay? Then comma, it will be the number of letters on the first name, which is Ernie. So that would be 5 letters. So, okay, closing parenthesis. Okay, that's Ernie. Okay, and on the middle name, okay, what is the middle name? I'm gonna use the mid function for that. Extracts a specific number of characters from a text string, again, starting from a given position. So there is a given position to be specified here or to be determined. And formula for that would be mid function, okay? And it would be A9, okay? Column and rows A9, okay? And we are extracting the middle name Lewis. So it would be, so the position would be ERNIE space, then L for the Lewis, and that would be around 7 positions. Okay, let's say 7, including one space. All right. Then how many? The next one would be the numbers of the Lewis. How many letters? Okay, how many number of letters for the Lewis? There are 5 numbers, and then I'm gonna closing parenthesis. Then Lewis. As for the last name, I would be utilizing the right function, which is also the extracts a specified number of characters from the end of the text string. That's why it's right. End. Okay. The third name of the full name. Okay. So formula for this would be equal sign. Then I'm gonna write the right function. Then again A9 as we are from the A9 cell. Then comma. Okay. Then we're gonna count the number of letters for the last name, which is James. That would be 5 letters. Okay, I gotta write 5 letters. Enter. So I was able to capture Ernie, Lewis, James. Okay, this is good if you're doing, if you're going to, write the function individually, only the array individually. But it will take time, so I'm gonna try copying that down. So I'm gonna copy that down. Okay, this is now the issue. Okay, in the first name captured was Jack L. This is not good because the first name is only Jack. So what is the problem here? So the number should be 5. Okay, Jack. Here also the number Jane is 4. So therefore I'm gonna change this to 4. Okay. Also here in terms of the position of the first letter of Jefferson, which is the middle name, right? So I'm gonna change it to let's count. Jane is 4 plus space is 5. Let me see, 6. It is going to be 6. And how many letters there are in Jefferson? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So it's gonna be 9 here. 9. So I was able to capture. Okay, Jackson, same thing. Morrison, same thing. Patterson, same thing. Maxwell, Xwell is transferred because different position and different numbers of letters in the last name. So this is also not good using this. This is all also, labor extensive and will take some time to finish this if you're having a very long page or very long list of individuals like employees or customer database, and this is going to be a problem for us. So what are the other way of doing it? I'm gonna do it automatically. How am I going to do it? I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna use the okay. I'm gonna use the same left, okay, and the mid and the right function, but there are many things added to it. Okay. For example, for the first name, I'm gonna use left again. Okay. Then it would be A2. Sorry, that's E3. E2 in comma. So the next one would be I'm gonna find the position. Okay, I'm gonna find the position of the second name, the first letter of the second name. Williams in this case W. Okay, I'm gonna include the space. Okay, I'm gonna include the color, the quotation rather, then space, and then quotation to find the space, then comma, then it's gonna be A2 or rather A3, A2 rather. All right, then I'm gonna put the closing parenthesis, then I'm gonna put the -1, Then I'm gonna close it. And that would be for the first, John. If I'm gonna, I don't have to type everything here. That's the reason why for these arguments. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna drag it down to copy all. So I got the John perfect. I got the Michael perfect. David, Helen, Elizabeth, Mike, Bert, Ernie, Jack, Jane, etc., etc., etc. Okay, that's for the first name. So I'm also gonna do it for the second name. Okay, don't worry about the rationale of the arguments. Okay, or the formula. I'm gonna explain it to you later. But first, let me finish the middle name and the last name. So the middle name would be, now I'm gonna use if error. Okay, if you don't find anything, it will not indicate errors. Okay, I'm gonna explain it to you next time as well. So if error, as I've said, so equal sign if error, right? Then I'm gonna use the mid. Okay, tab, then mid, tab. Okay, A2 because we are on cell A2. Then comma. Then I'm gonna use the find again to find the position. Find the position of the Williams. Yeah, gonna find the position of Williams. So I'm gonna indicate the find and then tab. Then it should be double quotation mark space quotation mark again, then comma, then A2. Then I'm gonna get the closing parenthesis plus one, all right, comma. Then I'm gonna find again the position. Okay, I'm gonna explain it to you later. Then quotation mark, space, quotation mark, comma, because I want to be quicker. Okay, you don't want to spend lots of time doing this exercise. Oh, sorry, E2. Okay, all right. So that would be the third E2. And then comma. Then again, I'm gonna use the find function and then tab, then space, then quotation mark, and then comma, then again E2, and then closing parenthesis plus one, okay? Then closing parenthesis minus find, right? Then quotation mark, space, quotation mark, comma, A2, closing parenthesis, that's not E2, closing parenthesis, then negative or minus one, okay? Then I'm gonna close it, closing parenthesis, then comma, then double quotation mark, no space, okay? Then close it, okay? And that's it, okay? I was able to find the Williams, which is a middle name, okay, using the mid function, starting with if error. Okay, for the last name, okay, what I'm gonna do is for the same thing, equal sign, if error, it is quite long, but this is only labor extensive when you're doing the formula, but as soon as you are able to finish doing the formula, then you drag it down to copy it, then no more problems for you. Then see, I've used the left, I've used the mid, then I'm gonna use the right function. Okay, then tab. Okay, why? Because I'm gonna get the A2 again, then comma, then len, len. What is len? Okay, I'm gonna explain to you. Returns the length or number of characters in cell A2, including space or spaces. Okay, that's the purpose of blend. All right. So I'm gonna tab to get the opening parenthesis, then A2. Then I'm gonna close with closing parenthesis. Then I'm gonna put the minus sign. Then I'm gonna find the position. Then after finding the position, I'm gonna tab it. Then I'm gonna get the quotation mark. Then I'm gonna get the hash sign. Then close it with the quotation mark. Then comma. Then I'm gonna be typing the substitute. Okay. Then tab. Then A2, comma. Then this one. Oh, sorry. It's not completed yet. So, all right. Then there should be space between this double quotation mark. Okay. Then, comma. Then, okay, quotation mark, hash sign, quotation mark, and then comma. Then we're gonna be utilizing the len again. Okay, I already explained it to you. No need for me to do it again. E2, then I'm gonna close it. Okay, you have to enclose the E2 right here. Okay, in this lane, as well as the first lane, len. I'm gonna call it len, okay, or len. Then I'm gonna write the len again, negative len, len. Then tab to get the opening parenthesis. Then I'm gonna write the substitute again for the second time. Substitute. All right. Substitute, then tab, then A2. Okay. Then comma. Okay. Then double quotation mark. There should be space, otherwise we're gonna have problem between two quotation mark. Then comma. Then I'm gonna put double quotation mark twice, but no space this time. So I'm gonna close the okay, comma. Okay, and then double quotation mark, then close it with closing parenthesis. All right. Okay, I got Brown. So I got Williams using the if error mid function. Okay. Okay, I got right. Okay. Right function, also if error. Now, as I've told you, the labor extensive part is, writing the formula. After you're done writing the formula, okay, this will be like easy now. Yeah, you'll just drag it down. Okay, drag it down. It's as simple as that. Okay, you think that's easy? I don't think this is the quickest one. Okay, what is the quickest one? Okay, before I'm gonna do that, okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna explain to you how I come up with the function. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the F10 where I'm going to put the I'm gonna put the explanation. Okay, then I'm gonna go for the control H, right? Because I've already done the macro for this, so it's easier for me. Now, okay, let me explain the first one. Okay, the first one is the find, okay, quotation mark space, quotation mark A2, cell location gets, this one will get the position of the first space, okay, after the first name. The first space in the, after the first name will be able to find it by this quotation mark, okay? Then substitute, what is the purpose of substitute? Substitute is A2, okay, double quotation mark with space, of course, and the hash sign. Number 2 replaces the second space with hash. Then number 3, find hash, find the position of the second space. For the mid A2 find, A2 plus 1 extracts everything between the first and second space, which is the middle name. Okay, that's the purpose. Then works even if middle names have different lengths. Okay, it works different lengths of the middle name. If there's no middle name, it may return an error. That's why we need to put an error, the first function, to handle this situation so that we don't have error. Okay, and that explains everything in this functions that I am, or this argument that I have written for you. And if you have a very long list, no problem. You can just drag them all the way down, 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 no matter how long the list. So there's no problem. Only the hardship or difficulties will be on the first row when you are writing the formula. Okay, that's the only time that you will take some time. But as soon as you finish the first row, then there's no problem. Okay, I hope you got it right. Now, what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna explain the rationale of having to extract. Okay, having to extract the the full name into three columns or three names: first name, middle name, and last name. So what I'm gonna do now, okay, separating the first, middle, and last names into three columns in Excel is useful for several practical reasons. And here are some common use cases. Okay, number one, Control A, improve data organization and sorting. So if names are in separate columns, you can sort by last name, first name, or middle name easily. Okay. For example, in a customer database or sorting by last name, like in column D, help finds record efficiently. Okay. And that's the reason why. Okay, let's go to the second explanation. Easier searching and filtering. Okay. So filtering for people with a specific first or last name is easier when stored separately. For example, you can use filter feature to find all customers with the last name. Like for example, I'm gonna find the Brown. Okay. First thing to do is I'm gonna utilize the filter. I'm gonna go to the data tab. Then I'm gonna click this filter here. Okay. Then on the last name, I'm gonna filter the last name Brown and click OK. Okay. So I found three Browns, like John William Browns, different first name, different middle name, but same last name, Bert Mickey Brown and Peter Piper Brown. That would be easy for me to do. Like if I'm going to sort by names, by last name, I'm gonna be sort by, right? Okay. Now I'm gonna also filter the first name. Let's say I'm gonna find, let's say John. I'm gonna find John. I got two record of John, John Williams Brown and John Brent Conkey. All right. So this would be another, which you cannot do in full name, right? You cannot do it full name. You can only do it either first name or last name, even the middle name. Okay. So I'm gonna select all. Okay, to get all. All right. So that would be another rationale why we're doing or why extracting the three names, no, the first name, middle name, and the last name. So the next rationale would be more accurate name formatting. Okay, sometimes you need names displayed as last name, comma, first name. Okay, some people are doing that, especially for official documents. If stored separately, you can concatenate them easily. How are you going to do that? Okay, I'm going to show you how to concatenate. Equal sign, all right? Then I'm going to concatenate, okay, D2. Okay, what is D2? D2 would be the last name. Then I'm going to the ampersand, right? Ampersand. Then I'm gonna type the quotation mark, then comma, space, and then again write the quotation mark. Then and ampersand and B2. What is B2? B2 is the first name, John. Okay, you got that? Okay, now I got the Brown as the first. When I, some documentation like in government, usually in government offices, government agencies, they're doing this. Brown, comma, then John. Okay, this formality for official documents. All right. So you can just copy them. So Brown John, White Michael, Smith David, Black Helen, Green, etc. Simple as that, right? Okay, you got that, right? So the next one, rational way we're doing extraction uh, of the extraction of the full name into three names, three columns is mail, merge, and personalized emails. Okay, many companies send personalized emails starting with dear first name. Okay, like dear John, okay, dear Michael, dear David, dear Helen, or some email they use the last name like dear Brown, dear White, dear Smith. Okay, so having names in separate columns allows to do the thing that I've just said. So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna concatenate again, concatenate, but different. Okay, I'm gonna use the concatenate, really the concatenate uh, function itself. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a quotation mark, then I'm gonna put dear. Okay, then space, then um, okay, quotation mark, comma. Then I'm gonna write the B2. Okay, I'm gonna make it capital uppercase B2. Okay, what's B2? B2 is like the first name, right? The first name is B2. Then I'm gonna put a quotation mark, then comma, then quotation mark, then I'm gonna get the closing parenthesis, then enter. Okay. So in your email or your mail or hard copy memorandum or letters, business letters, you write dear John, or in your email, in your Gmail, you write dear John, dear Michael, dear David, Helen. These are all first name. What if I'm gonna use the last name? So it's simple. You just change this to from B. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna change this to why. I'm gonna change this to. I'm not asking for. Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change this to. Again, having problem here. I'm gonna change the B to okay to D, which is the last name. Okay. Then enter. Simple as that. Okay, dear Brown, instead of dear Michael, dear White, instead of dear David, dear Smith, okay, dear Black, dear Green, so on and so forth. All right, so they're all in last names, so that would be the okay. That would be an advantage of having a separated names, no? Last name and first name. Okay. So what I'm gonna do next is the data validation and error checking. Okay. If names are stored in one column, it's harder to check if someone forgot to enter a last name. So if stored separately, you can highlight missing data using conditional formatting. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make it faster. I'm gonna remove this now. We don't need it. So we'll get rid of it. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna highlight, or I'm gonna select all this. And then I'm gonna go to the home tab, then conditional formatting. and then I'm gonna click the new rule. Then new rule, you click the format only cells that contain blank. This is the blank, right? And then I'm gonna format it. Let's say I'm gonna go, okay, it's already in the field. You can format the font, but I prepare formatting the field for more visibility. I'm gonna select the yellow one. Okay, it's a yellow one. Let's say, for example, you miss out the jack. Okay, the one handling or maintaining this master list miss something like Ernie or miss something like Conky, okay, it will generate colors or highlights in order for the person working on this master list will be able to see that he or she has missed some names, okay. That's a good thing also about separating. Unlike here, let's say, for example, Ernie, you missed the Ernie, you wrote Lewis James, but that is not correct because his name is Ernie Lewis James. Like here, Robert Jack Peterson, you missed the Jack, and you just type the Robert Patterson. You missed the second name or the middle name, and that's not good. So I'm gonna undo this to remove. Then I'm going back to the conditional formatting. Then I'm gonna clear rules from entire sheet. So if I'm going to delete this, okay, no more highlight. Okay. So another important thing, rational, is for importing data into other systems, like many software systems like CRM. CRM means customer relationship management, or HR, human resource databases, or government forms requires first name, middle name, and last name in separate fields or in boxes. Some government forms, they put boxes, first name, middle name, second name, things like that. That's what they do in the government offices. Okay. So that would also be a good thing. So if you need to import names into such systems, separating them in Excel ensures compatibility. Okay, it will ensures compatibility. Okay, then let me check the last one: gender analysis and name-based reports. Right? Okay, what is that? Okay, in some businesses, knowing the first name separately helps in gender-based analysis. For example, marketing personalization, you know, using separated names in HR employee database. A company maintains an employee database in Excel. The HR department will be able to sort employees by last name for payroll processing and to be forwarded or submitted to finance department for the payroll or the compensation processing, etc. And send personalized emails for announcement, extract initial for ID badges, detect missing names to ensure data completeness, etc. And there are many things also you can use, you know. So what I'm gonna do next is this is the best one that you can use. The best one that you can use and the quicker one that you can use. This is in macro, okay? Let me go to the Visual Basic. Okay, actually I have coded this, before I start this program, this video, I've already coded the macro which I call extra names, so rather extract names. So I have declared I have done this before. I have written the code earlier for me for our convenience so that because I'm a slow type typist, I'm a slow typist, so I'm just gonna read the code that I have written here earlier. So declaring the variables dim versus rather dim WS as worksheet. That's the first dim. The second one is dim last row or as long. Dim I because we're gonna look through. Okay. as long, dim full name as string, dim nameplace, name parts as string. I'm gonna make it faster. Dim first name, middle name, last name as string. Then I'm gonna set the WS worksheet, and we are in the active sheet. So if I go there, we got several, I got several worksheets. So I am in the active sheet. So that's why I put it as you know active sheet. Last row is equal to WS cells, WS dot rows dot count, comma one, dot n, enclose Excel app dot row. And then for the loop through, for I equals to 2 to last row, okay? Because we start at row 2, then to the very last row. As long as you have the data on the last row, and then the record that's going to be written is on the next row, which is blank, okay? Then full name is equal to trim, WA cells, um, loop I, comma, first, first column, which is the full name. Okay, the first column is in column A, which is the first column. That value, the name parts equals split full name space. Then if U bound name parts is greater than or equal to 0, then first name, okay, etc. Name parts. If U bound name parts equals to 1, then middle name is equal to blank. Last name parts 1. Else if U bound name parts, okay. Middle name, join application name parts, last name parts, U-bound name, else middle name, last name, NF. Then we're gonna write the names in the first name, the middle name, and the last name. There are 3 columns that we're going to extract from the full name. We're gonna extract the first name, the middle name, and the last name. Okay, it should be written like this, WS. I know you watched my other video. It's usually like this, the column, second column, third column, and the fourth column. And these are all uh, loop through because we're going as farther as we can downstream in the rows. So that will return our I. So next I, then message back, I'm gonna write name extraction completed. Why VB information? Because I'm gonna write the done. So there should be VB, okay, VB information and NSAP. That's it. That's it for our. That's very long. Not very long. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run. I don't have. I did not put a button to put the macro in it. I just go to the developer tab and go direct to the macro. Remember our names. Our name is extract names. I'm just gonna run it. Okay. There you have it. Done. Name extraction completed. Then click OK. Right? All right. So no matter how long is your list, let's say for example, okay, I'm gonna drag it down. Say I have a very long list. I have very long list, something like that. Very long list. Okay. If you have the macro, it's simple as that. You just click the macro, developer, then macro, then just run the macro. What happened is, all right, everything else is here, no matter how long. Okay, I'm gonna add again. No matter how long is your list, you have a macro, so you don't have to worry about extensive labor, or you're gonna, you're gonna consume quite some time, you know, ages to complete the, or to maintain the list. So there will be no problem. Okay. You can also assign you can assign, actually you can assign, you can just go to the edit, then you assign, you know, a button for this. All right. Then I'm gonna run again. I'm gonna run again. Name extension completed. Okay. This is very long list, so no, there will be no problem for you. Okay. Instead doing this in 7 weeks, okay, you do it in just 1 hour because of the VBA macro. Okay. I hope you like this presentation of mine, and if you like it, please like and subscribe and share. And thank you for watching. This is it for today. Until next time, see you next time.